Hey, fifth grade. So today we're going to continue our work on dividing decimals. So if you remember with dividing decimals in fifth grade, we added, instead of just doing dad, mom, sister, brother, and Rover the dog, we've added P for Pop. Pop is visiting us when we divide decimals. And basically that means the very first thing you do is you pop that decimal up. So we're going to go ahead and do the problem. 4 and 236 thousandths divided by 3. From what we remembered yesterday or learned yesterday, this first number goes in the box. That is called our dividend. Say it with me. Dividend. The second number is our divisor. It goes outside the box. This is what's being divided up. This is into how many pieces. So let's go ahead and put 4 and 236 thousandths divided by 3, getting ready for our division box. So we are dividing by 3, so we're going to need to know our 3 facts. So that's where I start. I start listing out some of my 3 facts so they're easily accessible. So it's obviously going to be 0, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. We'll stop there. If we end up needing more, then we can come back and do it to our list. So now we're ready to begin our process. Our P is pop. Very first thing you do, and you notice how each of my numbers are written in a box. My decimal point is right on the line. I'm going to pop that decimal right up. Now that I've popped it up, I can forget about it. It's done. It stays where it is. I just have to make sure that each of my numbers are carefully lined up over the number I'm dealing with. So now we're going to start with divide. 3 goes into 4 how many times? Well, I can check my list. So this is too many. This is just right, which is 3 times 1. So it goes in 1 time. The 1 goes above. Next is multiply. Put a little multiplication symbol right there. It reminds you to multiply. I'm going to take my 1 times 3. 3 goes under 4 because that's the number I'm dealing with. So it goes right under there. Next, I'm on to subtract. So let's set up our subtraction problem. Look at everything lined up. 4 minus 3 is 1. And then B for brother means bring down, draw an arrow, bring down the 2. So now we're dealing with this 2, but we have this leftover 1, so it's a 12. Everything's going to go on top of that 2. So now I'm doing the same thing. 3 goes into 12, or 3 times what gets me close to 12. As a matter of fact, look here. It goes perfectly. This would be times 1, times 2, times 3, times 4. 4 goes on top. That was my division. Now multiply. 4 times 3 is 12. Write it beneath. Now I'm going to subtract. My next step is bring down. So I rover or repeat this process over and over and over. So now I'm back up. Divide. 3 times what gets me 3? Right there. It's 1 time. That 1 goes right above that 3. Everything lined up. 1 times 3 is 3. Subtract. Got another number to bring down. Not finished yet. So 3 goes into 6 how many times? I'm noticing it right here, which is times 1 times 2. So this 2 goes up above the 6. 2 times 3 is 6. Subtract. Nothing to bring down. Nothing left over. So my quotient, remember that is a answer to a division problem, is 1 and 412 thousandths. All right, let's try another one. We're going to do 1 and 324 divided by 2. So once again, this is my dividend. Say it with me. Dividend. This is my divisor. Say it with me. Divisor. This goes in the box. This is what's be broken up into pieces. This is how many pieces we're breaking it up into. So let's write our problem. Notice there's a number in each box on my graph paper. Divisor on the outside. So if we remember from Pop, Dad, mom, sister, brother, and Rover the dog. Our first step is to pop up our decimal, and then Pop goes home. We're all done with him. He can rest. Our next step is to divide. We're going to be using our two facts. It works out pretty well to write down some of your two facts. That way they're right there in front of you. And if we need to add more, we can. So we're going to start to divide. 2 goes into 1. How many times? Well, I'm looking here. This is too big, so it's got to be 0 times. That 0 goes up. That was my divide. Put a little multiplication symbol. Now we're multiplying. 0 times 2 is 0. Now we're subtracting. Now we're bringing down. Now it's our Rover repeat. So 2 goes into 13. I'm thinking right there because there, my next multiple would be 14. So that would be times 6. 6 goes up above the 3 because that's what we brought down. 6 times 2 is 12. Subtract again. Bring down. So 2 into 12, we just did that. It's another 6, but it goes up on top of the 2 because that's what we brought down. Every time you bring a number down, a number has to go up. 6 times 2 is 12. Subtract. So we have one last number to bring down. 2 goes into 4 right there, which would be 2 times 2. 2 goes up. 2 times 2 is 4. And our quotient is 0 and 662 thousandths. One more together, 5th grade. And then you'll be off to try this on your own. Let's do 7 and 2800ths divided by 4. So once again, here is our dividend. Goes in the box. It's what's being broken up. Here is our divisor outside the box. It is how many pieces this is being broken into. So 7 and 2800ths divided by 4. We have our Pop, Dad, Mom, sister, brother, and Rover. First step is Pop. Now he goes home. He's done. That's his only job, is to pop that decimal up. We're going to be dividing. We're using our 4 times tables. So I can list some of those out. If I need to list more, I'll come back and we'll see how we do. So let's go ahead and start this division. So 4 goes into 7 how many times? That's too big right there, which is 4 times 1. That 1 goes above the 7. We're multiplying. 1 times 4 is 4. Put it underneath the 7 because that's what we're dealing with. Subtract. Now we're ready to bring down the 2. Right next to that 3, it's now 32. So 4 goes into 32. I'm noticing our list is not quite large enough, so let's keep writing. 20, the next one will be 24, 28, 32. Whoop, bing, bing, bing. Look at that. So if I look, this is times 1, times 2, times 3, times 4, times 5, times 6, times 7, times 8. So that 8 is going right above that 2 because that's what I brought down. 8 times 4 is 32. Got a 0, but we're not finished yet. We still are missing a digit, and we still have a number to bring down. Bring down that 8. 4 goes into 8 right there 2 times. That 2 goes right above that 8. 2 times 4 is 8. Now you're finished. So our quotient, which means answer to a division problem, is 1 and 82 hundredths. All right, so 5th grade, you're going to work on your exit ticket. Your exit ticket is digital. Then you're going to be doing your Zern, a page in your packet. I have some boom cards for you to work on. The page in the packet and the boom cards, you can work with a partner. However, if the substitute decides that you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing, you're going to work individually. All right, take your time. Use this graph paper as your example, as your model for your work.